Hi guys, I have another Copic coloring video for you today. We are going to color this cute little Jessica running by Little Blue Button Stamps. And we are going to color on craft. I usually don't color on craft. I really enjoy using marker paper because you have a lot of time to blend and such. But I thought I wanted a kind of different effect today. So this is ordinary basil craft cardstock, and I just printed out on my printer this cute little Jessica. But let's get coloring. For the skin I'm using E00, E00, E21, E11 and R30. And remembering when picking colors for craft is that the color is gonna be very much muted as the craft will show through. But it actually worked with this combination. For her dress, her shoes and her bag I'm using R30, R32 and R35. And for her hair I'm using Y02, Y04 and Y08. Remembering again that I'm using very bright colors because the craft cardstock will mute it a lot. And that was all the Copic coloring, but to make the girl pop even more from the craft cardstock, I'm actually going to use a couple of colored pencils. And I don't have many colored pencils. I have this little tin of Faber castells. It's just 12 of them, but I'm going to use some of them to just give this stamp a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to use the light brown, the white, the red and the yellow. I'm going to start with the brown, and with the brown I'm just teeny shadowing her skin just a little bit to darken it. I don't press hard and I don't put down a lot of color. I'm just going in where the color should be darkest and coloring around. To give it just a little extra shadow. Also, I'm giving her a little more of a defined nose. That. Then I'm taking the red one and I'm going to give very careful because the red has a lot of pigment. I'm just going in and giving her cheeks a little more of that pink color. And then I'm going to go in at the darkest shadow on her dress and just adding some more definition just to give that a little bit darker contrast. Then we're going in with the yellow and we're going to go and do highlights in her hair And this time I actually do press pretty hard because I'm just doing some lines. And then we're gonna finish it off with the white pen. I start by coloring in the whites on her eye to make them pop a little bit more from the paper. And then I'm gonna outline the whole stamp with the white pen to actually make her pop from the craft cardstock. And that was the coloring. So let's start making the card. To start making the card, we need to cut this image down a little bit. And I'm just giving it, the two first cuts I'm doing is just giving it a little bit of a border. And then I will measure it for the other cuts. See, it's a little bit tight. 2 5/8, and let's see what this will be. 4 1/4. 2 5/8 and 4 1/4. So I want to mat this, so I take a 2 3/4 piece of black cardstock together with 4 3/8. Which will give this a very, very thin black outline. We are also going to use a piece of cardstock from this foiled elegance. I found this pack in my local craft store and I just had to have it. I'm going to use the one with the red foil on it. And the card we're making is standard size. So we're going to cut this down to 4 inches by 5 1/4. We're going to have so much of the foil as possible. So I already have a card base that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I thought it would be easy to just pick it out of my stash. And gonna add this, but also gonna add a little sentiment. And the sentiment we're using is the I Like Your Style down here from this Like Your Style stamp set. And we are using a leftover piece. It's 1 inch width of the craft cardstock because it makes things easy. Should always try to use up as many leftovers as possible, because then I don't feel like I'm wasting too much then. I'm using the VersaFine Onyx Black to stamp it with. And I'm stamping it in the corner. Let's see if I can get this like that. We actually are going to have a little black piece behind this, so we're starting off, as that was about 1 inch wide, we are going to cut this to 1 1/8, giving it a little teeny tiny border. And then I'm going to cut this down to the length that I want it to have. And I want it to go not too long actually. I think we're just gonna have it very short. I'm gonna do a flag end on it as usual. Like that. And then we're just putting the adhesive on the flag back end and we put it on our little black piece. and then we just do the flag ends after that, and then you get a pretty good mat for your card. So I'm going to put these together. It's a very quick card after you colored it, as it hasn't that many layers, and we're letting the stamp speak for itself in this. That. Like that. And that was today's card. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you later. Bye!